And now for some more Parenthood. Time to talk about Season 4, people. So this season kind of had the same relationship that Season 2 had with Season 1, in that this season was more of a direct continuation of the previous one. And it did everything that the last season did. Take the show in new, unexplored ways, give everybody very nice story arcs, and actually make good use of the more minor characters. And then, like, Amber, I was totally amazed at where they ended up taking her this season, because, as I might have mentioned in my Season 3 review, I can't remember, she actually made a good progression, because in Season 1, I viewed her as, like, no better than, like, Max and Drew, just as a sidekick to the four main siblings and their father. But what they actually did with her here actually put her on the same level as all the others, so that was very pleasant to see. And it was also nice to see Drew get a couple of good story arcs, although they weren't the most comfortable story arcs, I'll admit, although I think it kind of has to be that way because he's uncomfortable socially, like I am, although I am getting somewhat better. And then just what they did with the others. It was nice to see. The comedic value of the show came back, new ways that the show was explored, and it was overall just a very nice treat to see. And I also like how they brought in other non-family members, because that soldier from Afghanistan, Ryan, I expected him to be written off in a couple of episodes, but he ended up sticking around and providing nice supplements to Dax and... no, Zeke, sorry. Dax is Crosby's real name to Zeke and Amber, so that was very pleasant. And then Raymond, Hank I mean, but just... I've always called him Raymond, I just can't stop myself. It's the same thing with Dean from Supernatural. I'm always calling him Dean, yeah, so... What Raymond did in here, he was actually a pretty nice addition, helping Sarah, like, reflect on herself and making a few important life decisions, although they weren't the best, because, like I said, I'm not a fan of love triangles, and I really do think at the start of the story arc, where he kissed Sarah in the dark room, yeah, you shouldn't have done that, man, especially since it seemed like that Sarah really was getting along with that math teacher guy just fine, you know. Yeah, he's pretty much the one character that I can never remember the name for now, unfortunately. But, I think that's really all I can mention about this season. It was good, but then we get to the end, and even though it ended everything, in the way that you would expect it to, I feel like ultimately not that much had happened, you know, because Crosby and Jasmine are still having a relationship issues, although it's never going to stop for Crosby. Julia's still having problems with Victor along with Joe. I mean, her and Joe having problems with Victor. Adam and Christina are still dealing with issues for Max, and Christina is still kind of depressed at the end of the season. And then Sarah, just when it looked like she was going to get along with somebody, it stops. Yeah. So, it was nice, but once we get to the end, we're right back to where we started, it seemed to me. That was fairly disappointing, yeah. Well, I'm gonna let you go here, because I'm gonna be making the Season 5 review right after this. Yeah, I took too long to make this, didn't I, as I did with some of my other videos. Sorry about that, it's just... life happens, and I've been going through various emotional periods. Trust me, you don't want to know the full story, okay?